Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I don't know if you're going to be seeing this video as a second video on Monday or you're going to be seeing it Tuesday morning. I'm not sure. Actually, I already have a video all set to download this morning. So I don't know if I'm going to download two today and then another one tomorrow, or I'm going to split them up. Anyway, I had a video all set to go this morning, and I was perusing the news stories, and as usual, I've been going to X lately to see what's trending on Twitter, and I see the words, the purge, trending, okay? I've never seen this movie. This movie has never appealed to me. The movie, I guess, is somewhat, the plot is somewhere along the lines, in the near future, the way that the United States deals with crime is they make all crimes legal for 12 hours or something like that. So they purge the worst of society, I guess, out of the mix. I guess that's and you see these, it's horrific. I love horror movies. I love sci-fi and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think maybe the reason I didn't like this movie and I never watched it is because it's a little too close to what could possibly happen here in the United States. I think it scares me. I think, honestly. And I just, like I said before, I've been in recovery for 18 years and I tend to shy away from the violent lifestyle that I used to lead. So anyway, the reason the purge was trending was what Donald Trump just said this weekend at a rally. I believe it was in Pennsylvania. The link will be down below. Forgive me if I didn't get that right. And so he said this. He said that if and when he becomes president with all these murderers and whatnot that he claims are coming in here, that there's going to be one bad hour, one very violent hour, one very bad violent hour. And, that's his way. That's what he said. So the people compared it to the purge. Basically, it makes it sound like where, there's going to be violence in the streets to try to eliminate crime. That's basically what he insinuated. All right. If you Google this yourself, this came to my mind because he says all these violent people are coming here through these open borders. Where are these news stories that, these horrific things that these supposed people coming into our country? Where's the news stories? I will see one here, one there. Maybe I've seen two this year, and that's bad. But in the whole, when you look at the whole human race, the whole rainbow of people in the United States, of course, all different people are going to commit crimes. But so where are all these news stories if these people are committing these horrific acts? And then I started thinking about this. In Connecticut, our crime has gone down here. I don't know. I think it's the same with the rest of the country. But our crime here, our violent crime has gone down significantly. I know murders in Hartford have dropped by like half in the last 2 years. Crime has gone down, especially violent crime, has gone down in Connecticut. Google it yourself. I'll put the links right down below. So I got to ask myself, where is this all happening? Trump supporters are the first ones to start saying that, all these people are coming here and doing these terrible things. Where are these news stories? I know there's one or two big ones that have popped up. Of course, they make a big, they make a big splash in the news because it's an illegal immigrant doing it. But if it was as bad as these Trumpers make it sound, there would be news stories every single day all over the country, and there's not. Let me say this too. Being a recovering drug addict, you look at all the people coming here. I had a conversation with my family this week, and they're Trumpers, and they were saying Kamala Harris wants all these illegal immigrants to come here. And I said, I don't think Biden or Kamala Harris aren't inviting them here. They want secure borders too. The reason these people are coming here is because of the violence and mayhem in their countries. Okay, so what's causing the violence and mayhem in Central and South America? Drugs, drug cartels, violence, illegal gangs, right? Okay, so what fuels that? What is fueling that? What fuels that violence? Money, of course, money and drugs. All right, so who is the biggest buyer of drugs on Earth, on the planet Earth? America. So you see what I'm saying? The drug problem here in the United States is really one of the root causes as to why our borders are being overwhelmed by people trying to get in here. It's our own problems coming back. Our chickens are, what's it called? Your chickens have come home to roost, or your whatever that saying is. It's caused by us. Our money goes down there. It fuels these legal cartels, violence. People try to get away from that, of course. The police and the armies and the officials get corrupt down there because of the incredible amounts of money involved in drug dealing. And people want to get away from that with their families, and they come up here. That's why, that's it. Okay, let me talk about one more thing. I thought about this. So, if there's going to be a purge, there's going to be a really violent, so Donald Trump, say if he really wanted to do this, there's going to be a violent 12 hours where, let's just say he's going to give police open carte blanche. They could do whatever they want, because that's kind of what he's insinuating. Okay, would that really affect crime? Would that really make things stop? Would that really, eliminate crime? Would that work? No, absolutely not. And again, I go back to my experience as a drug addict. Let me tell you this, and this is a fact. Drug addicts are not afraid of death. They are living in a daily hell. There's the thought of violence would not deter an addict at all. I used to go through withdrawals from opiates, from heroin on a daily basis. And I can't even begin to describe to you, you would do anything. And that's what causes a lot of these, a good portion of these crimes. Once you're involved in this, you see how vast the effect is. How many different crimes are the cause? The root cause is drugs or drug addiction. Violent crimes, theft, robberies, sexual crimes, all that. A lot of it is rooted, a good portion of it is rooted in drug addiction. So like I said, when you were a drug addict, I almost thought that, using my mentality, going back to when I was an addict, I almost think that addicts would welcome this, because the mayhem would allow them to kind of blend in and commit more crimes, more robberies. If I think back to the people I used to hang out with, and if Donald Trump was president, they said, we're going to have this, 12 hours of mayhem, of the purge, I could really picture addicts kind of rooting for it. They're going to go out, they're going to get mixed up in the mayhem, rob, loot, and pillage, and get whatever they can get. I could really remember that kind of mentality. This wouldn't work. And as a deterrent, like I said, when you're being constantly tortured, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything, in withdrawals. And I can't even begin to tell you how bad withdrawals are. And once you're in this hell, you can't get out. It's not just physical. It really feels like you lost control of your mind. You can't, your mind just keeps, that's all you think about is any way to get more money and get more drugs. And your mind just keeps repeating. It's like a broken record, and you can't think of anything else. Every second of every minute of every hour, it's just this repeating record. How can I get this? How can I get it? How can I get it? I'll do anything, anything. And these bizarre plots start to sound viable. I'll do anything to get this, anything to stop this. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't distract yourself. You're just lying in bed with tremors, kicking, rolling for days, and you would do anything to stop this. And the thought of a purge or something like that would not in any way deter drug addicts from committing these crimes. And then you think about the wealthy, the more higher scale drug crimes. These people would probably be immune from that. They have the ability to bribe officials and to avoid the purge. So would this work? No. I actually think it would make it worse. I really do. If I remember back to the addicts that I used to hang out with, I think they'd be excited about it. I really think they would, if I remember that mentality right. They would get mixed in the purge in an effort to get their own piece of the pie, so to speak. That's the way I remember thinking when I was an addict. Those are my thoughts on this. I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a good Monday or Tuesday, whenever you watch this video.